Hello, you guys. Welcome back to my video. Today, I'm going to try holding the mic, but if it gets in my way too much while I'm telling this story, I'm going to just clip it to me. So, anyway, this story is something I never thought I'd actually tell. And I know some of y'all probably look at the title and like, what do you mean teenage love affair with an abuser? Yeah, it's a lot, but not really. So I'm going to try to keep it brief, but also give you guys a good bit of detail because I'm not ashamed of the story at all. It's just more of a time in my life when I should have been doing anything else but this, but I was doing it. So, yeah, and please don't be judging me because I was a teenager, a child. Don't judge me, please. Thank you. Okay, so um, I'm just gonna give you a few details about like just details that matter to the story. So I've been playing video games for a long time. I know some of you know because I made a video of Sims 4 that I play games, but I don't just play Sims. I play a lot of console games, and my first console was actually a Nintendo 64. And then I moved on to PlayStation, and I've been a PlayStation girl ever since PlayStation 2. So yeah, that's something there. And let's just go back because I was 15 at the time. I can't remember exactly what year it was. I just know I was 15. And I was actively on PlayStation 3 because PlayStation 3 at the time had this thing called PlayStation Home where you could be online with different players and stuff, and you can play in these chat rooms and stuff like, but you didn't, mostly people went in them to like play games and win like little prizes and the currency that was in PlayStation Home. That's mostly what we would use it for. And but you know you would make friends too, but it was nothing serious. It was just a fun time to play, and you didn't have to pay any money to be on PlayStation Home. You could just go there for free and play around. No, excuse me, I just got off work. But yeah, so I'm on PlayStation Home, and I'm on it like every day. Like I was making a lot of friends, and not even people I was trying to like really be friends with. I just added them as friends because I would see them in rooms and we would play games together and stuff. So it was cool. But then I met this guy. I'm gonna call him Mark. I don't actually remember his real name. I would have used his real name, but I don't actually remember his name. But I'm gonna call him Mark, and that's that's like a white man name. I assume he's white, but yeah, I'm gonna call him Mark. So Mark was on PlayStation Home as well, and I met him. I don't know exactly what room it was, but we just started seeing each other a lot in a lot of different rooms, and we weren't necessarily following each other at that time. We weren't like trying to bump into each other or anything. It just so happened we were end up in the same rooms. And PlayStation Home had like a lot of rooms because they had a lot of exclusives at the time. So they had rooms dedicated to this game, dedicated to that game, so on and so forth. They even had a movie room where you could just go in there and watch movies for free. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that's the dogs outside barking. But anyway, yeah. So where was I? Okay, they had rooms dedicated to different games. Okay. And me and Mark would always like be in the same rooms and we would just talk to each other and play the games and win. Like we were a great team, like a great team. We would win everything. Every time we went in the room and we were on the same team, we would win. So yeah, we became like this great gaming duo. Great, okay? So then one day we decided to start talking in the messages outside of PlayStation Home. And I think I'm not remembering it well because it's been so long and PlayStation Home no longer exists. Um, but I think you could chat while you were in PlayStation Home, but it was like little text things over your head, over your avatar's head or whatever. And but it just was very wonky. Like it was kind of getting in the way. Like you couldn't really read it because it went by kind of fast. So anyway, we would talk outside of PlayStation Home into the inbox that PlayStation had. Like you could just talk with people back and forth outside of it. Anyway, We started talking like that, and that's when I really got to know him. He was a good guy, he seemed like a good guy, but he was going through a lot. And when I say he was going through a lot, he had an issue with his ex-wife and the seeing his daughter. So when he told me that, I was like, okay, so this is a grown man. But that didn't discourage me from talking to him. Like that didn't make me be like, oh, I don't need to talk to him because I didn't discriminate. I should have, but I did not discriminate. I was I'm just like whatever, because we're on a gaming platform. This is never going to go anywhere serious. So yeah, he told me he was just telling me stuff about his life and like what the situation was with his ex-wife and his daughter. And he loved his daughter. That was the most prominent, is that a word? That was the most prominent detail that he would always make sure I knew that he loved his daughter. And I got it. Like I will always be like, oh, how's your daughter doing whenever we did talk, because we started talking daily. But yeah, anyway, we started talking outside of PlayStation Home, and we just started, building a relationship and like a friendship, not a relationship, more like a friendship, but same difference. Yeah, we just started building a friendship because we would talk to each other daily, talk about life, and mostly he was just venting, and I was hearing him out about his situation because he was getting frustrated because his ex-wife or soon to be ex-wife, I don't know if it was, I don't know the entire situation, but I know they weren't living together, and I know that the daughter was at his house sometimes, and and the wife, whatever he was with the wife, he wouldn't let she wouldn't let him see her or something like that. It was some type of situation like that, but yeah, he would just tell me about it, and then I would just give my piece and hear him out and all that other good stuff. So it was good. Like we were really just confiding in each other about this and that for a long time. I did tell him my age, so I know y'all probably like, well, did you ever tell him your age? I did. I did tell him my age in the early stages. He told me his. I can't remember how old he was, but I'm thinking he was either in his late 30s or early 40s. So we are both aware of each other's age. Cool. So push forward. I don't know exactly when I decided to share a picture of myself, like my face, not my body or anything like that. Like I was stupid, but I wasn't that stupid. So I showed him a picture of my face, and he was just like complimenting me and casting all this stuff. Like when you're 15 and you're a young girl, you like that just really does something to you. But yeah, he was just gassing me, telling me how beautiful I was, this and that. And it was cool. But that's the thing, like I don't know when exactly I shared my picture because I know it wasn't in the beginning, but it was somewhere in the midst of our friendship or whatever. But anyway, let's just keep that detail in mind that he knows how I look. I don't know how he looks, but he knows how I look. Um, then we started having conversations that got sexual. And I think this started when we were like, what would we do if we ever met each other? So yeah, that's when things got a little that's when things got a little R-rated. So yeah, we just like started having little sexual conversations every now and then. It wouldn't happen often, but it would happen often enough to where we continue, like we had a scenario set up and we would continue the scenario every day or like every other day. Like if we already like talked about our day and what's going on, then we would get right back into the scenario of the little scene that we had created. So yeah, that went on for a little while, but then he would always be like, I can't do this. I gotta stop because this isn't right. You're underage. He never said underage. He said some other word, and it wasn't minor. It was something else. But he was just like letting it be known that he knows it's wrong. And here I go, stupid little me. I'm like, oh, I understand. I'm not gonna say anything. Da 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 da. Da. And I didn't until now. But like at the time, I was just like trying to keep him around. Like I really enjoy his conversation, so I wanted to keep him around. So if he wanted to stop doing that, I would stop. But yeah, we would just start talking about our daily lives, but stuff was getting really serious on his end. Like the situation with the daughter was getting more intense because he was going longer and longer without seeing her, and that was really making him upset because he would stop coming on PlayStation Home for like days and days at a time, And I would just like get kind of sad because he was my only like friend I was really, really close to on PlayStation Home. So I would go around finding friends and talk to other people, just trying to fill the time because really I was waiting on him to come back online. So when he did come back, he was always kind of like in a mood. He didn't want to talk and this, and this. And he would like kind of avoid me a little bit. And I got the vibe and I was like, okay, so this is ending and I see where it's going. Um, so yeah, I think his last conversation was with me was that the wife was gonna get full custody, but I still don't know how that story ended because he just stopped coming online. And I think he like blocked me and stuff like that because he didn't want to get I guess he was probably going through a legal issue and he didn't want to get caught up talking to me because I was underage at the time. But okay, let me tell you the abuser part because I know y'all probably like, well, when did he become abusive? Okay. He kept saying this term to me about why the wife wouldn't let him see his daughter that often. And I didn't know what the term meant. So I finally Googled it and I wish I could remember what the term was. And please, if y'all know what the term is, please somebody let me know. But the term was about not letting someone who was abusive see a child anymore. So he was abusing the wife. That's why she didn't want him to see the daughter that often. That's why he wasn't giving um visitation and all that stuff. Like she was trying to get it where he didn't get to see her at all because he's abusive. He was abusing her. So yeah, not only is he abusive, but he's also a pedophile. So I don't know if I can say it on YouTube, but what y'all gonna do? Because I'm not monetized. So what you gonna do? Anyway, yeah, he was definitely like he was cool. Like honestly, I miss conversations with him because it was always like real, real cool. He was really down to earth. We had like really in depth conversations. I felt respected. I felt like an equal. Again, stupid 15-year-old and stupid little kid. So I didn't know. I just felt seen. Like every time I talked to him, I felt so seen and I could just talk to him. We can go play games together. Like y'all don't understand that not PlayStation. Y'all don't understand what it is to like make friends with people online playing games. Like that is unmatched. But yeah, he was a cool guy. I really do wish the best for him and I wish the best for his daughter, whatever that may be. And no, I'm not gonna like crucify him or whatever, because I don't know. I mean, I knew some of his situation, but he did stop it. He understood what was wrong. Me, on the other hand, I was on some, I won't tell a soul because I want to keep doing this. But I knew it was wrong. Like I was fully aware of how wrong it was. And I knew that it was dangerous. Like I realized I think I got scared one time when I realized that he knew my face, but I didn't know his, and he could easily like show up somewhere and take me or something. Like it was a really dangerous situation. And I realized that once, but in the end, it was dangerous all around. And I just wish that we could have just continued being friends, and it didn't get to the sexual part. Like that's what I wish. But that's my story. And I know y'all probably like, Jazz, you scandalous. No, not really. I just got a lot of stories. Like it's a lot of stuff I just have never told people, and it's a lot of things I have just lived, and it's just that's why the internet to me is so boring because I've been on it so long. Like I've been on the internet for so long. I've experienced so much stuff on the internet that I just find it boring now. But yeah, that's my story. This story was kind of embarrassing to tell because it's like, why couldn't you think better? But I have to stop beating myself up because I was a young girl. Like I was a young stupid girl, a young girl who just liked the attention. So I did what I had to get it. So yeah. But yeah, like I said, I wish the best for him. How whatever the best is for him, it's not my place to judge. It never got nowhere that it wasn't supposed to go. I mean, going over the internet, but still, like it is what it is. I'm here. I'm okay. He's wherever he is at. So yeah, that's the end of my story. I'm going to do a few more videos. So if you see the shirt more than once, then mind your business because I'm trying to keep up. But yeah, have a great day. Okay. Thank you for watching. Bye.